Hey toy fans, Kyle here, not Optibotimus, and we are going to be taking a look at the San Diego Comic-Con exclusive 2016 Transformers iPad/tablet Soundwave figure. Now this is one of the things that I kind of got just because I was modestly interested in it, but it ended up being the sleeper hit of all of the exclusives this year, and I absolutely love it. Now, if you're not familiar with this toy, San Diego Comic-Con isn't the first place where it debuted. It actually was released in China as part of a cross-promotion with a release of a tablet, I believe. I don't remember what it was called. It's like the Show Me tablet or something along those lines. And then Hasbro, of course, was contracted. They made their own little figure. But that was done up in a different color scheme. I don't know if it was branded as Soundwave, but it was, tablet Transformer. And the figure was done up in sort of a champagne gold color, whereas this one is, in fact, like iPad silver. And that was earlier this year, so I guess they're sort of utilizing the molds that are still in print, and we have our San Diego Comic-Con exclusive. Now, this is something I've wanted ever since I've seen the early pictures of the Chinese version, so the fact that we got one in San Diego and that it's an iPad color just leaves me, I had to pick it up. And again, I was very, very happy. So, taking a look at the packaging, you can see, of course, the figure right there with his guns. You've got Transformers crawling up the sides. You've got the Soundwave, and on the back, you have the Decepticon logo, my greasy fingerprints, and some of the hardest text I think I have ever had to read. But I am going to make an attempt. Soundwave rescans into a new form and relaunches his minions for the mobile era. He and his trademark cassettes are integrated into our networked lives. The Master Spies have taken the form of the tablet and its components with them, gaining control of all functions: touchscreen, camera, microphone, GPS system, motion sensors, and collecting every piece of content or data generated from our planet. Oh god, I don't even think you can read that. I'm like holding it up and all you can see is white. Because this is a really reflective packaging. All of the information they gather feeds back to Soundwave. He no longer has to steal that data. He owns it from the moment it is created. So that is a very cool little bio for this figure. And we are going to open it up. It opens up just like you would expect it would when you spend a good $400 or $500 on a tablet. You've got this nice little sheet. And you've got the tablet figure itself, which you can just pop out. And then down here, we have the instruction manual. It's done up in the Decepticon head. It says Soundwave right there. It's not very useful. Let me see. You can see it's pretty generic. And then you got the Decepticon logo. But I have found that this toy is really not that hard to transform, not as hard as it might seem. And I've been able to do it a couple times without the instructions. And here it is itself. It's placed in this nice sleeve, and on the back, it's sort of printed to look like a solid back of the tablet, and then kind of on the bottom you have this tech detail, but the actual figure itself, really, it's a bit obvious that this is a Transformer toy. It's a bit obvious, and there's a lot going on back there, but you do have the camera details and some screws and some little speakers right here on the bottom. And on the front, very, 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 very high fingerprint magnet. You've got the buttons. It looks like a tablet. You've got the forward-facing camera and the speaker up front. And as far as size goes, I'd have to say it's about the size of an iPad mini. Here it is next to an iPad Air. So it's just a bit smaller, but it's still like, it really does pass as a tablet. It's not like super duper thick. It's legit like freaking awesome. But I did mention, like I mentioned, it is a fingerprint magnet. You probably should rub it off once you get it. And that does it for the iPad mode. Again, we can see it's very, very gappy. You can see literally straight through it. But from certain angles, I mean, it just looks great. And that literally does it for the iPad mode. Now it's time to transform it and check out the Soundwave mode. And there you have the iPad Soundwave all transformed up into his robot mode, and I gotta say, he actually looks quite nice. I do wish the colors were more reminiscent of Soundwave. I'm not sure why they went with sort of this off-white, kind of a teal blue color, when they could have easily just put blue and yellow. I mean, that would have for sure made it like Soundwave, but they didn't. And I think that was somewhat of a missed opportunity. For some reason, the chest right in there, it's got some panel lining like pre-applied, or it looks like it does. I'm not sure what's going on in there, but it's kind of just mushy. And we can see he is obviously very, very thin. His feet, again, are a bit wonky, but they're huge and they're very sturdy. But they just look super wonky. For articulation, you have nothing at the head because this head is literally comprised of 3 layers stacked on in order to form a full head. It's really, really clever how they did that. But you can rotate his arms. He's got an in and out. He's got forward and back. You can kind of move it in a lot of different directions, but it's not just a linear joint. It's actually like 5 joints that you have to work around in order to get the pose that you want. And he's got nothing at his fist. And he's got the same thing at his arm. He's got forward, back leg movement, ratcheted joints, knee movement. You can move his knees forward, and then you can bring it in and out. Again, more ratcheted joints. His little skirts are posable, and his feet are, of course, also posable. So for this figure, you do get a good amount of articulation, but I figure this is more of a display piece than really a play with piece. So articulation, I don't think is really all that important. And on the back, we can see he's got some really nice detail. Obviously, he's a shell former, but hey, what can you say? He's also a tablet. Now, he does come with this piece. This piece is his shield. You can go ahead and peg this right onto the side of his arm. You kind of got to work around it. And now he's got this weird glass knight shield thingy. Or he comes with, well, he doesn't come with it. This right here is the bottom half of the whole tablet. This is actually storage for his weapons, as well as a little Rat Bat homage, which we can see. Take it. You do that, and then you take this. And there, that is clearly Rat Bat. Really cute, nice little clever. And this also is storage for his weapons, which actually just peg off like that. And if he wanted to, he can hold each weapon. So you take this weapon, fits it right in his hand. This one fits right in his hand. Actually, this one you need to fold out, and then it fits right in his hand. And that is really nice. Or if you're feeling, real strong, what you can do is combine them. Yeah. Okay, so you take this piece, and that actually just pegs in like that. And now you've got a really, really long gun. Really long gun. And that just looks completely ridiculous. Just super friggin' weird. And that is a thing. And I do believe that's everything that you get. Actually, I lied. If you want, you can take Rat Bat. And this does actually store back here on his back. You just take this piece, flip it down. And then you need to sort of realign everything. Pegs it into place. And now you've got wing storage, back storage, and whatnot for Rat Bat. And again, I think that's it. I love this figure. It is a lot of fun. I've been really, really enjoying it. It's obviously not Soundwave. I don't think that was a good idea to market it as Soundwave. But, it is Soundwave. The head sculpt doesn't really look that much like Soundwave. It just looks kind of generic. But, I mean, they put Soundwave on the box to sell, so it sold pretty fast, too, at Comic-Con. Anyway, this costed $40. You can get it on Hasbro Toy Shop when they do sell all of their San Diego Comic-Con exclusives for the AfterCon leftover stock sale. and I highly recommend picking it up because it is probably one of the more fun Transformers I've had in a while. So anyway, that does it for this review, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Be sure to follow me on Twitter at the TF Review, like me on Facebook, and be sure to check back for more San Diego Comic-Con exclusive reviews. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you all in the next video.